Taylor Swift is no stranger to fueling speculation. Every time she drops a new song, posts a cryptic Instagram caption, or makes a subtle costume choice, her fans immediately begin dissecting every detail for hidden messages. Now, with the buzz surrounding her rumored new track, The Life of a Showgirl, Swifties are convinced that one of her latest lyrics might be aimed at someone very unexpected, her longtime friend Blake Lively. Yes, you heard that right. The internet is suddenly on fire with theories that the two women, who have often been seen as close friends, might be going through some kind of private rift. And if the fan theories are correct, Taylor might be using her music to express exactly how she feels about it.
Brilliant friend, my director, Blake Lively.
Who needs more Taylor? I
want to thank James, Inez, and Betty, and their parents.
She writes with such gravity and such significance.
If you could rate one woman's closet, who would it be?
Blake Lively.
The context, Taylor and Blake's friendship. Before diving into the alleged diss track, it is important to remember how the public has seen Taylor and Blake's friendship over the years. The two met in 2015, reportedly bonded over shared humor and love for each other's work, and have since appeared in each other's lives in sweet and supportive ways. Blake and her husband Ryan Reynolds have attended Taylor's concerts. Taylor has spent time with their children and even included their names in the opening track of her 2017 album Reputation.
How about singing? Let's listen.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Starring in a Taylor Swift album.
Well, I don't know about starring. A little intro there. Yeah, it was a voice memo that ended up on a song. It's pretty amazing. My daughter's had a really, really terrible ego problem now after that.
It seemed like the perfect celebrity friendship, no drama, no feuds, just genuine support. Which is why the idea that Taylor could be subtly shading Blake has shocked a lot of people. But as Swifties know, when it comes to Taylor's music, nothing is ever completely straightforward. The song in question, The Life of a Showgirl, according to sources and fan leaks, The Life of a Showgirl is a track filled with glitzy imagery, bittersweet reflections, and lyrics about feeling like a glamorous performance is masking something deeper. The song paints the picture of a person who sparkles in the spotlight, who appears to have everything, but who might also be hiding loneliness, insecurity, or private struggles behind the show.
And the reason I wanted to have it sort of like an offstage moment as the main album cover is because this album isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about what I was going through offstage. So
Sure.
it's like I didn't want to have like the lights are bright, I'm on the stage as the main album cover. It's just this to me tells more of what the actual contents lyrically of the album are.
At first glance, the song feels like it could be about Taylor herself. After all, she has spent over a decade performing under intense public scrutiny. But then came the theories. Some listeners picked up on lines that they believe do not quite match Taylor's own narrative, but rather seem directed toward another figure in her life. The lyric that sparked the rumor, one line in particular, set off alarm bells for fans. You dance for the cameras, but your eyes are somewhere else, smiling through the spotlight, while your friends are on the shelf.
6. Ruin the friendship.
Swifties on social media immediately began comparing that lyric to Blake Lively's life and career. Blake, who is known for her charm and beauty, has kept a relatively low acting profile in recent years, focusing on directing projects, business ventures, and her family. But she is also one of the most photographed women in Hollywood, especially at glamorous events like the Met Gala. Some fans saw the lyric as Taylor, suggesting that Blake is more focused on public appearances than on certain friendships, possibly even implying that their own connection has been strained. Why the theory gained momentum? One of the reasons this theory has caught on so quickly is that fans have noticed fewer recent public interactions between Taylor and Blake. While they have not unfollowed each other on social media or made any negative statements, their once visible friendship seems less prominent. In celebrity culture, where absence can be as loud as presence, the lack of photos, comments, and shared appearances in the last several months has been enough to make people wonder if something has shifted behind the scenes. Adding fuel to the fire, Blake was noticeably absent from a few major events in Taylor's recent life, including certain Eras Tour afterparties and one high-profile celebration connected to Taylor's awards wins. The Showgirl symbolism. Swifties have always been skilled at connecting imagery in Taylor's work to real-life counterparts. In this case, the Showgirl metaphor is being linked to Blake's reputation as a style icon.
How do you settle on a front piece of like artwork for an album?
This represents the end of my night. My day ends with me.
Blake is famous for her fashion-forward public appearances and often turns heads at galas and premieres. In The Life of a Showgirl, Taylor describes sequins, champagne, and choreographed smiles, all hallmarks of the red carpet lifestyle. But she pairs them with emotional undercurrents, describing silence after the music and mirror glass that cracks when you are alone. Some interpret this as Taylor suggesting that Blake's glamorous exterior hides personal struggles or priorities that might not align with deep, mutual friendship anymore. Counterarguments from fans: not everyone agrees with the diss track theory. Many fans believe that Taylor's song could be about herself or about fame in general, rather than one specific person. The imagery of a showgirl has been used in pop culture for decades to represent the duality of performance, the sparkle, and the solitude. Others argue that Taylor and Blake's friendship has likely just moved out of the public eye as they focus on different things in life. Both women are extremely busy, Taylor with her ongoing tour and music releases, and Blake with her growing family and new career projects. Still, the speculation continues, partly because Taylor has a long history of embedding personal references in her music, and her fans have been trained to search for them. The history of Taylor's alleged diss tracks. This is far from the first time Taylor Swift has been accused of writing a veiled diss in a song. Over the years, she has penned tracks that fans believe are about exes, rivals, and even industry executives. Songs like Dear John, Bad Blood, and Mad Woman have all been dissected for their possible targets.
There's Easter eggs that maybe aren't even really Easter eggs.
Yeah, it's sort of a tradition that we started a very long time ago. I think the first time that I started dropping sort of cryptic clues and things in my music was when I was 14 and 15 putting together my first album.
So even if The Life of a Showgirl is not directly about Blake, the fact that it feels personal has made it irresistible for fans to analyze. Why this feels different: the possibility of the song being about Blake feels different, because, unlike past rumored feuds, Taylor and Blake's friendship has always been framed as positive and drama-free. If there is tension between them, it would represent a shift in Taylor's personal circle that fans have not seen before. Taylor has a tight, knit group of friends that she often celebrates publicly. If one of those bonds were fraying, it could explain why a song might reflect feelings of disappointment, distance, or changing priorities. What this could mean for their friendship, if the theory is true, and The Life of a Showgirl does contain subtle references to Blake, the question becomes: is Taylor making a statement about the end of their friendship, or is she expressing a more nuanced feeling? It is possible that the song is less of a diss and more of a bittersweet acknowledgement that people change and relationships evolve. In that case, the track could be more about nostalgia and loss than about anger. Still, in the court of public opinion, lyrics like these can have a lasting effect. If fans continue to believe the song is about Blake, it might shape how people view her, regardless of whether the speculation is accurate. The Blake Lively side of the story so far. Blake Lively has not made any public comment about the rumors. She has continued to post on social media about her business ventures, family, and other projects. Without confirmation from either woman, all of this remains speculation, but in the world of celebrity narratives, silence often leaves room for people to fill in the blanks with their own theories. Some sources close to both women insist that their friendship is still intact, just more private than before. Others point out that celebrities often have multiple friendships that exist out of the spotlight, and that not posting about each other does not mean there is tension. Fan reactions online: the fan community is split. Some are convinced that the song is about Blake, citing lyric breakdowns and timelines of public appearances. Others think it is unfair to project drama onto a song without confirmation. Still, the theory has inspired countless TikToks, Reddit threads, and Twitter debates, with fans parsing every word of The Life of a Showgirl for additional clues. Some have even gone back through old interviews, photos, and award show moments to look for signs of strain between Taylor and Blake. The bigger picture: Taylor's evolving songwriting. One thing is undeniable: Taylor Swift has mastered the art of writing songs that feel both specific and universal. Whether or not The Life of a Showgirl is about Blake Lively, it taps into themes of friendship, fame, and the gap between image and reality, topics that resonate far beyond the celebrity world. In recent years, Taylor's music has explored not just romantic relationships but also platonic ones, rivalries, and shifting dynamics in her inner circle. That evolution has opened the door for more songs that fans might interpret in multiple ways. So, is The Life of a Showgirl really a diss track aimed at Blake Lively, or is it simply a poetic meditation on fame and friendship? At this point, only Taylor truly knows the answer, and given her history of letting her music speak for itself, we may never get a direct confirmation. What we do know is that the conversation around this song has reminded everyone of just how closely fans watch Taylor's every move. Whether it is a red carpet dress, a lyric, or a social media post, Swifties are ready to analyze, decode, and debate. And if there really is tension between Taylor and Blake, one thing is certain: the truth will eventually make its way into the spotlight, just like every good showgirl story does.